Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Voice of Commerce. In today's video, I'm going to discuss about an important topic under income tax, that is residential status of an individual. See, this topic is very important for any kind of a competitive examinations as well as undergrad courses as well as for post-graduation courses. So stay tuned until the end. I'm going to give you an important problems with solutions as well as multiple choice questions under this topic. So come, let us discuss the introduction about residential status of an individual. So coming to that, what the residential status is all about. See, residential status and the nationality both are different. The first thing I need to clarify. See, nationality is nothing but an Indian, a foreigner, a Japanese, like that. But residential status is the number of days a person he or she stayed in a country, territory, is considered as a residential status to calculate the tax liability of individual, and it is also going to be vary from year to year. That is also very important. Okay, come, let us discuss introduction. So tax is charged on the income of the assessee. Under the Income Tax Act of 1961, the total income of each person based upon his residential status. So income will be calculated based on the residential status only. Okay. The residential status of the assessee has nothing to do with the nationality. As I said earlier, nationality is different, the residential status is different. For example, an Indian who is a citizen of India can become non-resident for income tax purpose. Residential status of an assessee depends upon how many days he or she stayed physically in India during the previous year. Physically, the person has to stay in the Indian territory, including the water borders of the India. Okay, the residential status of assessee may change from year to year. What is important is the stay during the previous year and not the assessment year. We should check the financial year of the previous year stay. We are not going to check the assessment year stay. So assessment year stay will become the financial year for the next assessment year, like that. So come, let us discuss the residential status of an individual in detail. How the residential status is going to be ascertained. Section 6 subsection 1 defines the residential status of an individual. An individual is said to be a resident if he fulfills any one of the basic conditions. Means we have a two basic condition and two additional condition in this residential status. So in that, the person who fulfills any one of the basic condition, we call them as a resident. Okay, basic condition laid down under section 6 subsection 1 clause A or B of the Income Tax Act of 1961. What are those basic conditions? The first basic condition, he should stay in India for a period of 182 days or more during the relevant previous. Relevant previous year means during the financial year. Or the second basic condition, he should have stayed for 60 days or more in the relevant previous year and total 365 days or more in the preceding 4 years. Both has to fulfill here. In the condition B, basic condition B, 60 days in the relevant previous year means in the financial year and 365 days in the preceding 4 previous years, not including the previous year. So any of these two basic conditions, anyone has to fulfill. If an individual fulfills any one of the above basic conditions, he is said to be a resident under section 6 subsection 1 A or B of the Income Tax Act of 1961. Next, if he fulfill any of the basic condition, then we can check this additional condition. If he didn't fulfill any of the basic condition, then we need not to check the additional condition only, it's not required. So then a resident and ordinary resident is a resident who fulfills both the additional conditions laid down under the Income Tax Act of 1961. What are those additional conditions? So there are two additional conditions. So one basic condition, any of the basic condition, and two additional conditions has to fulfill. Then only we can call him as a resident and ordinarily resident. So the first additional condition, he has been a resident in India out of 2 out of 10 previous year preceding the relevant previous year. Means prior to financial year or previous year, total 10 years he should be resident of 2 out of 10 years. Means any 2 years. And the second additional condition, he has been in India for a period amounting to all 730 days or more during the 7 previous year preceding the relevant previous year. Means overall 730 days. Overall means it should not be continue. Maybe for example, you can take like in 2014 30 days, in 2016 100 days, like that. The total 730 days has to be counted preceding the relevant previous year. So if a resident fulfills both the above conditions, he is said to be a resident and ordinarily resident. So that is a thing. any one of the basic condition and both the additional condition. But if the resident fulfills only one or none of the additional condition, he is said to be a resident but not ordinarily resident under section 6 subsection 6 of the Act. So I repeat, any one of the basic condition and both the additional condition, we call him as a resident and ordinary resident. If he fulfills any one of the basic condition and any one or none of the additional condition, we call him as a resident but not ordinary resident. And the another thing, an individual is said to be a non-resident if it does not fulfill any of the basic condition laid down under section 6 subsection 1A RB of the Income Tax Act. So therefore, an individual enjoys three status. One is a resident and ordinary resident, and next is a resident but not ordinary resident, and next is a non-resident. So these three status will be considered based on the basic condition and additional condition. So basic condition under section 6 subsection 1A or B, 1B is not applicable in the following case. So section 1B, what is that section 1B? That is, he has to stay in India for 60 days during the previous year and 365 days during the 4 previous year preceding the relevant previous year. This is not applicable in these two cases. Only section A will be applicable, 182 days will be applicable. So what is that case? In case of an Indian citizen going abroad for an employment purpose, and in case of a member of a crew of Indian ship. So these two cases, the section 1AB is not applicable. Next. So for your better understanding, I have taken a simple problems to make you the concept more clear. Let us discuss the first problem. Mr. Ronald came to India for the first time on 1st November 2023. During his stay in India up to 30th October 2024, he stayed in Delhi. Determine his residential status for the assessment year 2025-26. See, in this problem I have taken the assessment year as 25-26 and financial year as 24-25. So if you want to change, you can change the assessment year and financial year based on date changes you can do. Okay, that is the one thing you need to consider. So in this consideration, Ronaldo came to India for the first time. First time he came to India means the two additional condition will definitely not going to be fulfilled by him. By this word only we can see. Okay, come let us see the answer. Mr. Ronaldo stayed in India in the previous year 2024-25 for 213 days, which is calculated as follows. So here we start from April 2024. Why we started from April 2024? Because the financial year is April to March, 1st April to 31st March. That's why we have taken the April of the financial year, last financial year. He stayed 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, July 31 days, August 31 days, September 30 days, October 30 days, total 213 days. So he came to India for the first time. So Mr. Ronaldo came to India for the first time on 1st November 2023. Therefore, he has not fulfilled both the additional condition laid down under the Act. So additional condition he has not laid down because 2 out of 10 previous year resident and 730 days during the 7 previous year, both cannot be fulfilled. So hence, but he fulfilled one of the basic condition, the first basic condition, 182 days or more. So hence Mr. Ronaldo is a resident but not ordinary resident under section 6 subsection 6 of the Income Tax Act. Hope through this problem you have cleared the concept which is more important for your examinations point of view. So let us take one more problem. So here Mr. Ram is living in India since 1979. He left for Abu Dhabi on 28th May 2024. He returned to India on 2nd April 2025. Determine the residential status of Mr. Ram for the assessment year 2025-26. See, in this problem, Mr. Ram is living in India since 1979. He left for Abu Dhabi on 28th May 2024. So during the financial year, he left Abu Dhabi. Okay. So chances are there to fulfill all the additional conditions. Okay. But let's see about the first basic condition. Before going to the additional condition, I have to check the basic condition. So come to the answer. Mr. Ram stayed in India in the previous year for 58 days, which is calculated as follows. So we are taking the April, as I said, the financial year April, 1st April to 31st March, April 2024, 30 days because he left for Abu Dhabi on 28th May 2024, and in the month of May 28 days. See here, both arrival and departure date has to be taken. Okay, that is also to be considered. Arrival date, he came to India, he left from India. Both arrival and departure date also included. So that's why I have taken 28 days. So total number of days is 58 days. See, when he came back, 2nd April 2025 means it is after the financial year. So that's why he has not fulfilled any of the basic condition laid down under section 6 subsection 1A or B under the Income Tax Act of 1961. Therefore, he is a non-resident under section 2 subsection 30 of the Act. So this is another example of the problem which talks about the non-resident of an individual. Let me discuss one more problem for our better understanding. So Mr. Virat, who is an Indian citizen, leaves India on 25/9/2024 for employment purpose outside India and came back to India on a visit after 1st April 2025. Ascertain his residency status for the assessment year 2025-26. See, in this problem, you have to see the employment purpose. See, I have given the exemptions or exceptions to the basic condition 2. So, person who leave India for employment purpose and member of an Indian ship, crew member of an Indian ship, both are exception for the basic condition 2. So, for that understanding, we are doing this problem. So, coming to the answer, Mr. Virat has stayed in India during the previous year for 178 days, which is calculated as follows. So, I have taken April 30 days because he left India on 25/9, that is September. So, April 30 days, May 31 days, June 30 days, July 31 days, August 31 days, okay, plus September. September, how many days? It is going to be 25 days. So, total 178 days. So, Mr. Virat had gone abroad for employment purpose, here employment purpose. Therefore, he has to satisfy only the first basic condition laid down under section 6 subsection 1A of the Act by satisfying 182 days. The second basic condition will not applicable to him since Mr. Virat has stayed for 178 days only in the previous year. He is said to be a non-resident under section 2 subsection 30 of the Act. See here, once a person does not fulfill the basic condition, any of the basic condition, then no need to worry about the additional condition. You need not to check the additional condition. So this is also another example for your better understanding of the concept, that is residential status of an individual. Let me discuss some important MCQ questions on residential status. So the first is, residential status of the Indian Income Tax Act is determined for which one of the following? The right answer is previous year. Answer option A. So means the residential status of an Indian Income Tax Act is determined for which one of the following? So we are checking the residential status by considering the previous year. So explanation to this, an individual's residential status is determined for each previous year. This status then dedicates the tax liability of their income for the corresponding assessment year. A person's residential status can change from one previous year to the next based on their stayed in India. As I said in the beginning only, it will vary from year to year. The next second question, Mr. X, a foreign national, came to India for the first time on 1/9/2024. He left India on 28/2/2025. What will be his residential status for the previous year 2024-25? See, this kind of problems based questions you can expect in your examinations, in competitive examinations. So in this, see, he is a non-resident. Why he is a non-resident? The option answer is C, non-resident. The period stay from 1/9/2024 to 28/2/2025 is 181 days. That is September 38 days, October 31 days, November 30 days, December 31 days, January 31 days, February 28 days. Since he stayed less than 182 days and this is his first visit, he does not satisfy any of the additional conditions for the residence. Okay, so he has not fulfilled the basic condition also, he has not fulfilled the additional condition also, therefore he is a non-resident. So there is another thing which is one of the important problem based multiple choice questions can be solved. Next question. An Indian citizen who leaves India for the purpose of employment outside India will be a resident in India if his stay during the previous year is, as I told you, the second basic condition we need to check it is not going to be applicable to him. So the correct answer is C, 182 days or more. There is an exception to the basic condition for certain individuals. An Indian citizen who leaves India for employment outside India or as a crew member of Indian ship will be considered a resident only if their stay in India during the previous year 182 days or more. The 60 days condition does not apply to them. So this I already discussed in the above theory. So the next question, an individual can have more than one residential status in the previous year. True or false? It is false, because for income tax purpose, a person can have only one residential status for a given previous year. This status is determined based on their stay and other conditions as per the Income Tax Act of 1961. So the next question, which of the following statement is true regarding a resident but not ordinarily resident? So option the given, he is taxed on his global income, he is taxed on income earned on or received in India, he is taxed on income earned outside India but from a business controlled from India. The correct answer is D, both B and C. So explanation to this, the scope of total income for different residential status is as follows. So resident and ordinary resident taxed on global income, that is income from both India and foreign sources, will tax if you become resident and ordinary resident. If you become resident and not ordinary resident, taxed on income earned or received in India and on income earned and outside India from a business controlled from or a profession set up in India. Foreign income from other sources is not taxable. So for a non-resident, taxed only on income earned or received in India. So this is the concept which will, maybe if you won't clear about this question, I'm going to discuss in a further videos about the incidence of tax. So in that this question maybe you are going to be clear more. So thank you for watching the video. For this kind of more information about the commerce, tax and all, kindly follow our YouTube channel Voice of Commerce and subscribe our YouTube channel Voice of Commerce. Thank you all the best.